In this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to be delusional or cope better on purpose. And before you click off this video, I'll give you a few reasons why it's important to cope anyway. So, the first reason that you should be delusional is it protects your mental sanity, it keeps you sane. I'll tell you a quick story about a friend of mine. He went to jail for 5 years straight and he wasn't able to see anybody because visited wasn't allowed. So he came out jacked and he got married after 6 months and now he's making a lot of money. And the reason for that is because he was believing in God. He believed that this happened for him for a reason and his suffering meant something. So that's why he was able to come out better and kept his mental sanity in place. And that was delusional. Even though he got in jail for no obvious reason. I can tell you about that more in a later video. Comment below if you wanna hear the full story of what really happened to him. So the second reason why you should be delusional is it changes your perception. What I mean by that. So basically, perception is your mind looking for signals to execute on a behavior. So let me explain that. For example, let's say that you have a pre thought or you have a thought that people are going to hurt you in a place. So what's going to happen is that your perception, or let me put it another way, your brain will be looking for signals of danger so it can execute a behavior on it, which is protecting itself or protecting you. So this is what I mean by perception. So, and when you have a delusional belief about yourself, let's say that you believe that you're going to be successful, what's going to happen is that your brain is going to be looking for signals and things that you can execute on it to be um, successful. The third reason, which ties to the second one, is it affects your behavior, and that means your outcome. So back to the same example, if you're believing in yourself that you're gonna be making something or you're gonna be successful and you truly believe in that, your brain has no choice but to follow along. Because think about it, now you have the thought that you're gonna be successful. What's gonna happen is your perception or your brain will scan the environment and will look for opportunities, and therefore your behavior will be executing on that to achieve that outcome. So, sooner or later, you'll achieve an outcome. And sometimes we call that destiny, or sometimes we call it luck, but it all ties down to your thoughts and your perceptions and your actions, and therefore your outcome. So, if you think about it again, if you want to do something, first you have to change your mentality. That's why we have something called mentality, right? So, yeah, so those were few reasons or three reasons why you should be delusional or cope better. And I'll give you an. And the second thing I want to talk about is you're probably delusional. Let me explain. According to one study, most people believe that they're 95% that they're better at 95% of things than most people, and that's mathematically impossible if you think about it. So if 95% of the people in the study believe they're better than 95% of most people, that's absurd. It's because it's mathematically impossible. So what that shows, it shows that most people have delusional sense of belief about themselves, which is a good thing. But I'm just saying that because um, to let you know that you're delusional anyway. So if you're gonna be delusional, you better be delusional in your favor. Another example is that most people think that they're better looking than most people, which is mathematically impossible as well. Even though the evidence suggests that most people are average or slightly above average looking, and the latter is outliers. Okay, so hopefully I've given you enough reasons why it's important to be delusional or cope on purpose. So, let but before I tell you how to be actually delusional, First, I want to tell you how your brain works. So your subconscious is not like your conscious mind. It doesn't reason. It links. I can give you an example. If you're watching a movie and you felt good while watching this movie, your subconscious will tend to associate anything that you were doing during that moment with the movie or with the sense of joy that you felt. So let's say that you were eating popcorn while watching the movie. Your brain will associate eating popcorn with enjoyment or watching movies. So the next time you're watching a movie, you'll find yourself craving the popcorn. The second thing is repetition. So your subconscious does not believe in things rationally. So the belief sneaks in, not so you cannot convince your subconscious to believe in something, but you'd rather let the belief sneaks in. And I can give you a common example. Let's say that you're learning how to drive. So what you need to do is that the more you're getting better at learning how to drive, the more your subconscious will be confident while driving, right? Because what's happening is that you're repeating the driving action, and you made a lot of mistakes while learning, but you learn from those mistakes. So you had a lot of repetition to the degree that the belief of you knowing how to drive sneaked in to your subconscious. So the next time you're driving, you're not concerned or scared, right? Because you already gathered evidence to the subconscious that you're capable of doing something. So let's say that you're trying to do something new. I'd rather try to seek early wins, because the more wins you're getting at first, the more likely you're going to be sticking to the thing, because you're telling your subconscious that you're capable of doing the thing with enough repetition. And therefore, the belief of you being able to do that thing will sneak in. The third thing is seeking intensity. So basically, it means linking your experience with intense emotions that would help you learn things faster. So think about it. If you're trying to learn how to throw a baseball, for example, every time you throw it wrong, you get punished. What's going to happen is that your brain will try to learn fast so it can avoid pain. Um, that's why they all say the need is the mother of all inventions. It means that when you need something, when there's a lot of intensity that you're feeling, chances are that you're going to be learning fast to try to avoid that thing. And the third thing is finding authorities. You don't know how that powerful it could be, because when you're following someone important, or you're following someone that you're given authority, it means that everything he says or done is going to have a large impact on your behavior. So if there's someone that you genuinely think that he could be an authoritative figure in your life, I want you to get the best advice from them, as much as you could, because they will have an impact on your perception and therefore your behavior. And the fourth thing is social consensus. So that's basically surrounding yourself with people that share and hold the same beliefs that you're trying to build. Because if you're surrounded with these people, you won't and you like them, and you genuinely like them, and you won't belong to them, you won't be able to go against them, because that's ingrained in our brain. Because back then, our ancestors, if it means that you're excluded from the tribe, it means you're dying. That's why you need to um, find people who share the values that you're trying to build in yourself. So here's what I would do to be delusional, or believe something that would change my life, or if I want to change my mentality, there's what I would do. First thing, I'll choose the belief that I want to believe in, and then I'll seek evidence that this belief is true, and I'll avoid any contradiction with that belief. Like I said, I'm trying to be delusional, right? So if I'm trying to be confident, I will try to seek evidence as much as I could that supports that I'm confident. I'll try to seek interactions where the outcome is positive because I want to get early wins as much as I could. So that's the first thing I would do. I'll try to seek early wins. The second thing is I'll try to visualize myself with songs that I like that will confirm my belief about myself, because that would help the belief sneak into your subconscious mind. So I want you to daydream about the thing that you want to do or the belief that you want to accomplish. So if you want to be confident, imagine yourself in a situation where you're confident, and then go outside and try to seek situations where the outcome is going to be positive. So that's something that you need to keep in mind as well. The fourth thing I would do is affirmation, and that's not the normal affirmation that we see on day to day life, like standing in front of the mirror and telling yourself that you're confident. And instead, you're trying to trick your mind into believing that you're confident. So, in every interaction that you're handling, try to ask yourself questions where the outcome is that you're confident. So basically, you're deluding yourself by telling yourself, "Oh, I was confident because I did that." Right? Or what evidence that I can get from this situation that I was confident, and try to find something, even if it was like a little, like tiny, small. So that was about it. I know that my execution in this video wasn't that good, but I'll try to be better next time because I'm genuinely invested in being on YouTube. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe. That's my fifth video that probably won't get any views, but I'm doing my best anyway.